In this lesson, we'll be learning about and practicing multiplying integers using models, meeting the requirements for TEKS 63C. In this video, when we model integers, we will model positive integers using black circles and negative integers using red circles. Now, there may be times where you see different models being used. It's not unusual to see positive integers as black circles, yellow circles, or the positive symbol inside of a circle. Negative integers are normally either red circles or the negative symbol inside of a circle. But for this video, we will be using black circles for positive integers, red circles for negative integers. When modeling multiplication problems, it's important that you understand how to read the problem. For example, if I have 3 times 2, you can probably already tell me, hey, that's going to be 6. That's true. But I want to model this problem to see if I can demonstrate how to get to that solution of 6. So when I read this problem, I read 3 groups of positive 2. The first integer in my multiplication problem tells me the number of groups. 3, the number of groups. The second integer tells me the value in the group. So I would model this multiplication problem by saying I need 3 groups of positive 2. And since positive integers will be represented by black circles, this would be a group of positive 2. This would be a group of positive 2. And this would be a group of positive 2. I have 3 groups of positive 2. And if I count up my counters, my models, I have 6 positives, which matches the product or solution I expected for this problem. To model 3 times 2 equals 6 on a number line, first, I'm going to draw that number line and indicate positive integers to the right of 0. The 3 tells me how many steps to take, and the 2 tells me the value of each step. So from 0, I take my first step to 2. I took 1 step with a value of 2. Now I'm taking a second step with a value of 2. And then a third step with a value of 2. After my third step, I've landed at 6. 3 steps of 2 gives me 6. So if I had the problem of 3 times negative 2, I could already predict that the product or solution should be negative 6. Remember, the first integer tells me the number of groups. The second integer tells me the value in the group. So I need 3 groups, and inside of each group I need to have negative 2. Now you'll remember I said we're going to model negative integers with red circles. This is a group of negative 2. This is a group of negative 2. And this is a group of negative 2. I have 6 negative counters. Therefore, I have negative 6, which is the product or solution I expected. To model 3 times negative 2 equals negative 6 on a number line, first Since the value of each step will be -2, I'm going to draw my number line going left of 0. -1, -2, showing integers to the left of 0. How many steps? 3 of them. How big is each step? -2. So step number 1 takes me to -2. Step number 2 takes me to -4. Step number 3 takes me to -6. 3 steps of -2 take me to -6. Is there a difference when my problem begins with a negative integer? Well, let's see what happens. I told you earlier that the first integer tells you the number of groups. Now, the first integer here is -3. Can I have -3 groups? Can I have negative groups? No, that doesn't seem right. Here's some good news, though. I know from previous lessons that -3 is the opposite of +3. So in other words, -3 is the opposite of 3. So I could simply interpret -3 as the opposite of 3 groups. And my second integer tells me the value in each group. So if I have +2 in each group, +2 in each group, here's a group, here's a group, and here's a group. I have +2 in each group. My first integer told me how many groups I should have. And I'm interpreting the -3 as the opposite of +3. So I need the opposite of 3 groups of 2. Well, the opposite of 3 groups of 2 would be 3 groups of -2. The opposite of 3 groups of +2 would be 3 groups of -2, which would then give me a total of -6. My product of -3 times 2 would be -6. To model -3 times 2 equals -6 on a number line, we simply need to remember that the first integer tells us how many steps to take. How many steps? The number of steps. While the second number tells us how large the steps should be, or what's the size of each step. Now, -3 is my first integer. Can I take negative steps? No, I can only take steps. So I'm not going to read that negative sign as -3 steps. I'm going to read it as the opposite. Again, since I know -3 is the opposite of 3, I'll read this as the opposite of 3 steps where the steps have a size of 2. So if I draw my number line, this may help as well. If I draw that number line, I know that to the left of 0 are all the negative integers. I need to take the opposite of 3 steps of 2. The opposite of 3 steps of 2 would be 3 steps of -2. The opposite of 3 steps of 2 would be 3 steps of -2. So my first step would take me to -2. My second step would take me to -4. My third step would take me to -6. What might I find when both integers are negative? So what happens if I have -3 times -2? Well, remember, the first integer tells you how many groups. The second integer tells you what's in each group, right? The value in the group. So now I have -3 groups with -2 in each group. Okay. Instead of -3 groups, though, because I can't have negative groups, right? How would I draw negative groups? But I do have the opportunity to read -3 as the opposite of +3. So I have the opposite of 3 groups of -2. So I need 3 groups of -2. Right? 3 groups of -2. Right? This is a group, this is a group, and this is a group. Now, read the problem again. The opposite of 3 groups of -2. The opposite of 3 groups of -2 would be 3 groups of +2. The opposite of 3 groups of -2 would be 3 groups of +2. And that means that when I count my counters, -3 times -2 will be +6. The opposite of 3 groups of -2 is 3 groups of +2, which gives me +6. When I attempt to model -3 times -2 equals +6 on a number line, once again, I need to remember that -3 would be how many steps, the number of steps. And -2 would be the size of each step. Now, can I take negative steps? Oh, it certainly doesn't sound like I could. So, but I can take the opposite of 3 steps of -2. On my number line, I'm going to model the opposite of 3 steps of -2, which would be 3 steps of +2. So on my number line, I take a step of +2, so I start at 0. My first step is to 2. I take a second step of 2, which takes me to 4. And then a third and final step of 2 takes me to 6. The opposite of 3 steps of -2 is 3 steps of +2. 3 steps of +2 take me to +6. Now, I wonder if you've noticed any patterns. Did you notice whether it was 3 times 2, 3 times -2, -3 times 2, or -3 times -2? Did you notice that each and every time, regardless of the sign of each factor, our solution was always 6. Our product was always +6 or -6. Here's what I hope you would notice. That 3 and 2 will always make 6. What might change is the sign associated with that 6. But nevertheless, it will always be some flavor of 6. So what do you think might happen if our factors were 4 and 3? Do you think the solution would always be 12? Maybe sometimes positive 12 and other times negative 12, but nonetheless O is 12? Something to think about.